PSA Collector.
What's going on, guys? It's Matt with PSAcollector.com, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to tell you the differences between O-Pee-Chee, Topps Tiffany, and Topps Desert Shield Junk Wax era baseball cards. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are valuable baseball cards from the Junk Wax era when found in high grades, PSA 8, PSA 9, PSA 10 condition. However, they're not necessarily the base Topps cards, okay? The base mass-printed, mass-produced cards. They look identical to the base cards, but there are certain things on the cards that distinguish them from the base Topps cards, and that's what I'm going to cover today. The differences between O-Pee-Chee, Topps Tiffany, Topps Desert Shield, and base Topps cards. So without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this video. As you can see, I have many examples of the Topps O-Pee-Chee and Topps Tiffany cards and Desert Shield on display right here. So let's go over the Barry Bonds rookie cards first. Now, sitting from a distance, you can see that this color right here, this is base Topps. It's a lighter color, right? You can tell there's not much saturation in the color. With the O-Pee-Chee, you can tell it has more color on the front. So right off the bat, I can tell what the base card is, what the O-Pee-Chee, and then the Topps Tiffany is much more saturated in color than the other two. Now you can tell, like I said, it's easily distinguishable, guys. You can tell which ones is the premium card stock, because Topps Tiffany, they used a lot more ink, and you can tell that. You can see in his face and the yellow box down here, it's very saturated with the yellow. Here, it's kind of hard to see through the PSA case, but there's lots of color. Okay, the DPI, I think dots per inch they didn't skimp out. It's very, very thick. With the O-Pee-Chee, they used a little bit thinner. It's a little bit thinner ink, but still pretty saturated when compared to the base Topps. Very thin. You can actually see in the yellow box, there's actually some pink in there. You can see through the yellow nameplate, and then the photo. It's very thin. The borders, it's like a lighter wood grain than the Topps Tiffany. So right here, the Topps Tiffany, it's premium. Okay, it's a premium card stock, and on the back, it's a huge giveaway, because this is base Topps, cheap cardboard. Okay, it's essentially cardboard, and this is Topps Tiffany, which is a white card stock, much more premium, paper essentially. And then the O-Pee-Chee, you can see it's not as bright as the Topps Tiffany, but it's still better than the cardboard. Okay, and there's also some blue hairs in here, almost like the dollar bill kinda in the O-Pee-Chee. So you got Topps, O-Pee-Chee, and Topps Tiffany, and you can tell the cheaper one, the middle one, and then the premium one, right? And on the front, very distinguishable. Also, the O-Pee-Chee is a dead giveaway because it has the O-Pee-Chee label on the front. And the back of it has French, and it has the O-Pee-Chee label, Canada stamp. It has a French description, I believe. Yeah, right there. So O-Pee-Chee is it's a definite giveaway. And I honestly, O-Pee-Chee, I think has some value and collectability to it. It's his 87 rookie card it's the O-Pee-Chee is the one you want to get high grades in, okay? Because they're rare. O-Pee-Chee didn't mass print like Topps did. Now these base Topps Barry Bonds, in PSA 10 condition, guys, cases, they're going up in value, but they are hard to grade. There's a huge population report on these. The centering is a big issue, but you wanna. Barry Bonds, this is definitely one of my favorite baseball cards to collect, is the 87 Topps Tiffany Barry Bonds. And then there's also the Bo Jackson rookie as well. The Future Stars Bo Jackson rookie, which if you took this out of the top loader, here, I'll take it out of the top loader. You can tell, look at that. You're not gonna find that gloss finish on the base Topps cards, guys. All right, you're not gonna find that gloss finish. See how shiny that is? And see how condensed and saturated that ink is? That's a Topps Tiffany right there. Beautiful card. And then the back is a premium cardstock. It's not gray or brown like base Topps cards. Topps Tiffany, guys, I'm telling you, it's premium. Another example is going to be the 91 Topps cards. All right, so we have the O-Pee-Chee, which the O-Pee-Chee looks just like the other on the front, Topps Tiffany, except for the back, you guys, is white, and it has the French description down there. The O-Pee-Chee does, and it has the O-Pee-Chee stamp bottom, and then Topps Tiffany has the Topps stamp. Other than that, they're identical. I mean, obviously the French description is different, but the Topps Tiffany, guys, it's hard to tell. Only thing that's different from the Topps Tiffany is this stamp right here from the base Topps. I don't have a base Topps PSA example, but this is what you want to look for. Topps, not Topps Tiffany, Desert Shield. This is what the Desert Shield looks like. If it doesn't have that stamp, it's not Desert Shield. Okay. Now this is just a regular Topps card with that shield on it. That's the only difference. Now that stamp is what makes them rare and valuable. All right. So if you see a listing on eBay, Desert Shield, and it doesn't have that stamp on it, it's not Desert Shield. It's just a base Topps. Now, if you see a Topps 91 Topps Tiffany on eBay, and the back cardstock is brown like this, it's just a base Topps. This is a Topps Tiffany. All right, it's white, premium. You guys got to remember, Topps Tiffany they were printed on premium cardstock and much higher quality, ink. So so it's more expensive to print the Topps Tiffany. Okay, they use more ink. In order to save money on the base Topps, they reduced the ink usage, so it made it thinner and less saturated. Okay, so here's the O-Pee-Chee that has a nicer cardstock. O-Pee-Chee used a nicer cardstock on their when manufacturing their versions, which is the Canadian market essentially. Okay. And the O-Pee-Chee and the Topps Tiffany, like I said, guys, those are the ones you want to collect and invest in. The base Topps is okay. Now this isn't his rookie year, but it's still, I think honestly, guys, I like collecting the base Topps stuff, PSA 10s specifically. But the sets like the Desert Shield, the O-Pee-Chee, and Topps Tiffany, those I think are the go-to first. However, I collect so I got some O-Pee-Chee Ken Griffey Jr. Gem Mint 10s, like 20 bucks I was paying for these. A Mint 9 O-Pee-Chee. Look at the pop reports, guys. Now the 91s, some years, guys, it's the cardstock on the back. Like if you look at this, let's see, I have one somewhere. If you look at the 86 Topps Traded Barry Bonds, the cardstock isn't cardboard. It's like a nicer cardstock. So it's difficult to distinguish between the Topps Tiffany and the Topps on these. But the only thing I can say, guys, is just look for that thick coating, like I showed you in the Bo Jackson. And then it's almost like a yellow tint as well because it's so glossy. But this one, as you can see, it's just an 86 Topps Traded regular Topps, but the cardstock in the back looks nice. So it could be difficult to distinguish between the Topps Tiffany and base Topps. I would go ahead and get those cards. Buy them already in PSA cases if you can. That way they're already authentic. So if you guys are trying to buy some raw, ungraded Topps Tiffany cards, make sure to look for that super thick ink on the front with the gloss coating and the whiter cardstock with the O-Pee-Chee. Look for the O-Pee-Chee logo. That's really, it's all you got to look for with the O-Pee-Chee cards. And then for the Desert Shield, guys, make sure it has that Desert Shield stamp on the front, all right? And that way you know you're buying the actual, the right card and not the base Topps raw ungraded card. If you want to buy the base Topps, I would suggest buy them already PSA graded because they're pretty still affordable right now. Unless they're in PSA 10s, then the prices are getting up there. But guys, try pulling a Gem Mint 10 from a pack, from a box. They're pretty hard to pull. And that's essentially all you guys got to look for. For the Desert Shield, look for the stamp. For the Topps Tiffany, look for the glossy front and the white cardstock in the back. And for the O-Pee-Chee, guys, just look for the O-Pee-Chee stamp. Okay, it's gonna on every single O-Pee-Chee card. It's going to be an O-Pee-Chee stamp. Also, the cardstock is going to be more vibrant in the back, and it's not going to be brown. If it's brown, it's more than likely going to be a base Topps card on any Topps Junk Wax era Topps set. If it's brown, it's just a base Topps card. And there are exceptions, guys. If you're wanting to buy raw ungraded cards on eBay, guys, take your time with it. Don't jump in anything too expensive because there's a lot of listings out there on eBay that aren't real. People don't really know what they have, so they list it as Topps Tiffany or Desert Shield when it's not. They're just see other cards selling for big prices, and they assume that their card is that because they've had it in their collection for 20 years, and they saw a Topps Tiffany or Desert Shield sell for that price, so they're trying to list it for that price, and it's not real. It's just a base Topps card, but they don't know any better. Sometimes a lot of guys do know any better, and they're still trying to get away with it. So guys, I hope that helps answer the question for those of you out there who are trying to pick up some Topps Tiffany and O-Pee-Chee cards. But it took me a while to figure out what to look for exactly and feel confident in buying the cards raw and ungraded, which I have, and I'm going to submit some to PSA. I got some O-Pee-Chee. I got a bunch of Topps Tiffany I've already submitted, and I like to buy them already PSA graded though, because they've been cheap for a while, especially the Griffey Juniors, guys. PSA 10s. Look at the pop reports. I think it has big potential. The O-Pee-Chee, Topps Tiffany, and Desert Shield card. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helps. I'll see you on the next video.